Hello, Todd Clemens, Okeechobee Livestock Market, and here's your weekly market report. We brought you last week's market report on Tuesday, and my brother and we got some favorable comments. I guess you caught us at a good time that day because we were being friendly to each other. We're brothers, you know, and a lot of times we're not. But no, he's working cows today, and it's Wednesday, it's not Tuesday. But we do like doing those market reports together. You know, to maybe put two of our brains together, and it might equal one, but you get different views from things. But we do enjoy that. But he's out there working cows today, and I'm doing the market report. So we did make it through the storm. Some people better than others, and we all seen reports of the damage and the loss of life, and just the barns getting destroyed, horses being picked up and whirled away. Somebody said they saw a cow flying through the sky, and I don't doubt it, man. Those storms were horrible. But here we are. We had regular sales Monday and Tuesday. We did have a bull sale on Friday, just the day or two after the storm, the hurricane went by. On Friday we had the Brangus, the Little Creek Farm and Friends bull sale, the Brangus bull sale on Friday. It went good. I think that average was up there around $4,700 a head, which was really good. Being for that day after that storm, it was crazy. We didn't know what was going to happen. But it went good, and this Friday we've got the Charolais bull sale. Eating Charolais bulls coming. They're here. Saw them come off those trucks. They left Montana on Saturday. They went to Missouri. They offloaded. They rested. Got back on, and they showed up here Monday morning, I think it was. Don't remember what time, but I saw them come off, and they were really good-looking bulls. Half of them are probably under 2 years old, and the other half are over 2, and maybe some of them are bumping 3 or 3, but they're good, stout, muscled up Charolais bulls, and that'll be 1 o'clock this Friday. About 60 head of them, so if you need a Charolais bull, come see us. Cattle numbers were off a little bit this week, and you can only imagine that it's just so wet in places, and people are still trying to patch fences and find their cows and all that. So we're just trying to dry up and get back to normal. So we ended up with a pretty good run for the week. 1,600 head combined, a little over maybe, between Monday and Tuesday. So volume was off a little bit. Mostly around the whole state, not only here. So there's still cattle out there that's got to be sold, but prices sure held up. Calves were fully steady, maybe a little higher on the heavier 500 to 600 pound calves, sold real good. The 4-weight calves, those #1 steer calves, were up there in the high $2 range, $260 to $270, I guess, on those front end steers. I noticed that the heifer calves look like, to me, that spread has widened up a little bit. It got a little bit closer there for a bit, but over the last couple weeks the heifers have backed off, being discounted maybe closer to that 30-cent mark as opposed to the 15 or 20-cent mark behind the steers. Now, I don't really know the reasons for that, but that's just what it looks like to me across the ring. And I guess you could look at the market report too. I've got it right here. Let's look at the 485 pound steers from weight range 450 to 500. Net average weight of 485 brought 275. That's on the steers, #1s. And the heifer mates of those steers, 450 to 500 pounds, net average weight of 478 at a price of $247.90, right at $248. So that's a pretty good spread on those cattle. But it's still good. Prices are good. The market over the whole nation is looking pretty optimistic, and I think the bull market's here for a little bit. The fat cattle have added a little bit of money on the fat cattle here over the last week or two, and it's probably going to be steady again this week. Futures have been inching up. I think it was 8 days in a row it was added money to the futures market. And then yesterday, people were taking profits. I guess there was some sell-off on the board. People were saying it's overbought. So the futures were lower yesterday and trading a little bit lower today. Maybe it's going to find a little bottom there. So there's a little bit of profit taken from that futures board, it looks like. But as long as cash prices on the fat cattle stay where they are, which they're thinking they will, then everything should work out pretty good. Packers are not making, maybe losing some money, but the box beef cutouts now and retail prices, they say, are as high as they've ever been on box beef prices. The prime rib is the one that's been adding more value. The prime rib and the loin have really taken off and put on a lot of money over the last few weeks. And I don't know, really it's a little bit too early for holidays. Thanksgiving's more than a month away, but maybe it's just the fall of the year and that time of the year where the weather's cooling off and people are out there barbecuing and buying meat. But there's a lot of pressure still. I mean, these high prices at the grocery store, they're going to hit some resistance. Again, we've been talking about that. Speaking of retail prices and beef prices, I don't know if you guys heard, but McDonald's Corporation, huge McDonald's Corporation, has filed a lawsuit in New York with the district court there in New York. McDonald's has sued the big four, Cargill, Tyson, National, JBS, all named in a lawsuit by McDonald's for price fixing and for manipulating the processing of these cattle coming out of the feedlots. So we've talked about that before, and you know, it's been going on. This isn't the first time this has happened. I don't really know how that's going to play out, what McDonald's thinks they're going to gain from it, what the big four meat packers, what are they going to do about it? They'll probably settle somewhere out of court, I'm sure. They'll get a slap on the wrist about this. So, but it's happening, and I thought that was pretty interesting that McDonald's is a pretty big outfit. You know, somebody's going to try to do something with those big four packers. That might be the one to do it. We'll see. So just keep your eye on that. You might not hear about that on your regular daily news or the news reports at 6 o'clock, but it's out there. If you want to search it, you can probably find it pretty easy. So this Friday we talked about the bull sale, the Charolais bull sale. Cattle volume was lighter this week. I think people are trying to dry up. Pasture conditions are wet, and I think that we'll be making up some of these cattle numbers here in the next few weeks as pasture conditions get better. I think that's about it, but we do have some high prices. And on the calf side, UND cattle of Okeechobee topped the calf market with a 190-pound calf that brought $4.90. That calf was bought by Rush Creek. And on the slaughter cow side, Triple R Cattle Company of Felda topped the cow market with 1,165-pound cow that brought $1.34. That cow was bought by Cargill. That's your market report. If you like them, thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We'll keep these things coming to you. Have a good week. Thank you.